Well, I started playing drums when I was pretty young, playing on buckets and uh, books at my parents' house. And over time, I just kept messing around with it. And we didn't have a drum set, but I would play off and on at church. And then when I was in college, I decided to get serious about drumming. I was a psychology major, and I was going to stop playing. And I realized that that was what I was put here to play drums and make people smile. And I seriously pursued drumming. And so that's been my life since then. Once I decided that's what I wanted to do, I felt I was pretty behind as far as my skill, so I had to really work hard to develop skill. I had talent, but I had to work on that, and so I used to practice long hours every day. That's all I did. You know, no partying, no hanging out much, just practice all the time. In my parents' basement, bottom of the house, I would sleep on a couch, and my drums would be right there, and I would just get up, practice, lay down, whatever, and that's all day. So now I take my parents out a lot for making so much noise at home. So, you know, it's very cool, very cool. I met Luke with Steve Weingart, the keyboardist. We were playing with this artist named Warren Hill, and I had already known about Weingart's work because he was in Dave Weckel's band, so I was already a fan of his work. And so we got on this gig, which was a different kind of gig, kind of like pop, jazz, and he mentioned Luke to me. And at that time, I had never played rock before, but Weingart felt that, you know, there was something about me that would work well for Luke. And that's how I met him, and that's where it's been since then. I mean, of course, you want to respect all of those guys that have played before me, and so I did a lot of listening, and it was a little challenging at first. You know, I was already on the scene and was a professional, but always when you play with any new artist, you have to learn what they need to hear and what they need to feel. It's not me trying to be Simon Phillips or be Jeff Porcaro or be another drummer. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to give Luke what he needs to hear from me. You know, I believe that if you really want to be a working musician, you have to become a brand. You can't just be another drummer. That's not what I strive to be. I strive to, when people call me, they want Eric. They want Eric for what Eric does. So, you know, I think I answered your question, right? I kind of jumped around. When I first joined the band, of course, I had to respect whenever music I play with Luke or any artist, who, regardless of who the musician is, I always try to learn the song for what the song is. It doesn't matter if Steve Gadd played drums. It could be anybody, but that's the drum part. And so I respected that first. And then once Luke got to hear me more, I brought myself into it, you know what I mean? To now, still, you hear me, I'll play the Tom Fields, I'll play the, you know, certain parts from the songs that I like, but you'll hear my groove, you'll hear my take on it, you know what I mean? So, you know, and that's kind of how it evolved. Like now, he doesn't really have to say much to me about what he needs to hear because he knows we have that relationship. And plus now I'm on the records, so I'm playing me, so that's not hard. You know what I mean? You know, the last two records, like All's Well That Ends Well, that's basically me on the entire record. And then the new record, I think I'm on maybe 3 or 4 songs. So, you know, we kind of have that relationship now. So it's not, you know, it's not like an audition. It's not like, you know, if you're going to be working with these musicians, you can't get starstruck. You have to understand that you're there because you have the ability and the talent to do it, not to be arrogant, but to be confident. Because with drums, you have to be confident. You can't be weak, not loud, but confident. And they have to feel that when you're the artist, they have to feel that. So.